Well, there are 3 of them, and they eat a lot, but we don't want to brag or nothing, so we shouldn't really mention it. I'm hoping the community will get a chance to farm their own cow from them when I have time. We might have some nice farms, animal-themed stuff, but I'm not sure if we can really work with that kind of stuff. It's tough for us to farm them since there's so many and we can't really go out and herd them and stuff. Time to start the stream, Ashley. Yup, go for it, Max. Good idea, but be careful with the cows. Don't forget Max has them in his control all. You haven't already joined me in chat on Twitch, I can do it right here, right now. So go ahead and talk with me while I play. I'll play for an hour, so give it some love. If you want me to do something, please just shout in the chat or shout into my mic if you're the sort of guy who needs the mic or gal who wants to give it to her guy, lol. Welcome, viewers. Wow, is that Max? And a lot of others in my chat right now, too. And look, a new chat page opened. 8-Bit Ashley screams. More chat pages. Well, first thing is I'm not doing anything special. This is a classic old game and the screen just won't refresh fast enough to play and stream, so it'll just have to run on one of my 2 screens until we get some fast computers on the farm. Well, when we do get the new computer working, then I'll probably work on the farming program and program some new and exiting stuff like the barn boys lol. I'm trying to figure out if it's a chicken, a cat, or a bear. It's kinda like having my own avatar from Zelda, huh? So it's been cool. Hey, it's me! It's really me! And I've got my old classic Nintendo system set up. The nice thing is I can have the 7800 display in front of me while I'm also streaming it. It's nice and shiny and all the colors of the rainbow with the rainbow borders. I thought it would be fun to run a classic game like Mario 3 and play with chat to try to get a good story out of it while I play. We only have potato computers, so I hear. It's gotta be one of them pearly white ones. Chat is up here with me and trying to keep this old game running. We have this strange conversation that will never be solved. Chat has brought an alien egg back with him. It seems to have a faint glow around it. Chat says the egg will hatch but then turn out to be some weird bug that they've never seen before. I guess they call them bugs here on this farm, because see? Well, we don't actually get any human people other than me. I know people still think this place is strange to say the least, but when we get these strange animals in here that we've never seen before, it gets all interesting. But then there's those chickens that chat brings back for some reason or another that they tell us don't go outside and eat anything but weeds, and we don't believe them, so there are some times when we feed the chickens weeds like weeds you can. Time for Space Invaders. What? You guys have played it? I used to play this game all the time. You can see in the picture I got for the cover that this game has all the famous characters that people love from this game, so we started up, and chat starts explaining all the game to me. He gives me a rundown of how this all works and what I should know, and I am learning pretty well. Then he gives me some tips that I will need to know while playing this game, so we are getting ready for action with the Atari, then we start to get into a position. I can tell he is feeling very protective of his computer here on this farm. He really does not like any bugs coming into the system, and wants the Space Invaders out of the system. So then he tells me what a boomer is. Boomer, according to him, are a group of people who have been living around here for many generations. They were a group of people that the aliens brought along to look after their farms when the aliens weren't there. He told me that they knew how to build the farm as well and were experts at gardening. But it seems like the farmers don't appreciate how good these boomers were at doing things, and would rather work alone too. So then he starts talking about how boomers were just looking out for the aliens and making sure the farmers didn't harm them while they were gone. And these aliens that we have on our farm are actually these giant humans that have big bodies. They have this machine attached to their arms that has the power to fly. Then the aliens come back to Earth, and all of a sudden, the farmers were wanting to do these attacks that were becoming increasingly dangerous to boomers. And they also had a spaceship and a drill that would just take out every farm on the planet. In what they'd call Boomer Ashley Law. Okay, well, we have a game now to play, and you will have to fight these evil farmers and your boomer friends that have been taking care of your farm for generations and have kept all the farmers from killing them and destroying their farms. I'm actually fighting against aliens on a planet where I am rescuing the animals that were kidnapped. Then my old boomer friends are helping me find all the aliens and help me to fight the aliens with their power. Okay, let's start. When I load up the game, I see my boomer friends of a spaceship that are heading towards Earth, so we jump into the spaceship and start flying towards Earth. And what do I see? It's these giant farmers flying a crop duster helicopter that are attacking and destroying boomers on their home planet. These boomers have been having to deal with this for many generations, but these boomers want to do the same thing. And there was this machine on Earth that was sending these large waves across the world that was killing all the boomers that were living in the rainforests. But these boomers don't want to harm the people. They want to help them in other ways. But I see that if these people that have this machine attached to their arms aren't stopped, it will cause more of a problem for boomers living on the planet. So the boomers on Earth don't have an original home world anymore, and that they are trying to find other ways to take care of the farm animals and the farmers. But that doesn't seem to be working well, because every time there is an alien attack, the boomers are dying and are always outnumbered. I was told that if the boomers weren't here on Earth, there would be no crops growing and there would be no animals to take care of. Stop saying boomers lol. Wow, really? Okay, let's just try to concentrate on the game and let my old friends talk about what's going on and tell me where I need to go next and if there is a need for me to defend them and other boomers that live here on Earth, like they do on their own home planet. Okay, let's get into this game. Now what I need to do is destroy this strange machine and stop this alien from taking control of it. I wonder what it does. Okay, I've destroyed it. But now I think I see this large red flashing light on top of it. Like maybe this could be something really dangerous, or maybe it's just another alien creature that's causing more harm to the Earth. Hey there, I'm in the middle of the game. I know, I just told you, but I'm going to continue to destroy this flashing red light. This could really cause more trouble, and then I would have to leave and protect my farm from being taken away. Chat, we have some viewers online now. This will help me understand this game and give me a better background of the alien species and boomers and why we need to work together to stop their advance and how it... This is some kind of video game or simulator that will teach you what life is like in the future. Now what I need to do is destroy the ship that is abducting these animals. Chat, is there anybody out there that would be willing to play with me? This game is quite complex. The more people who follow me, the better. I really think we could start a whole new movement where the humans are defending their planet from a future alien invasion. Let's make some memes. If we work together, we might have a chance. Let's post this stuff all over Facebook. We gotta save the Earth, protect our world from evil aliens. You got this. Alright, let me ask you a question. What's going to happen if we keep going along with what our governments tell us without questioning? I don't mean just one little question either, but what is our government's stance on aliens? What would you tell them if you were to ask about a future threat from aliens and you were asking them in good faith? How would you ask about aliens? How would you know they're coming? Hey, do you mind? I'm talking about something else here. Here we are at a farm. It's really not what it looks like. These aren't chickens or cows, they're aliens that have come down from outer space. Don't be afraid. These chickens, cows, pigs, and even donkeys are friendly. We're going to be helping each other out for this one mission, and then I'm sure we'll be friends for life after. We're going to save them and then save you. So you remember playing arcade games, right? Maybe you went to a bowling alley and they had a pinball machine. We don't need that in the new game of arcade. We are bringing in a whole new wave of classic and modern gaming. Let me know if you want to join. I don't know who that chicken with a space helmet and a weird face paint is either. Yeah, he was at a bar on planet Earth, and a big spaceship comes and kidnaps all the people from Earth. There are all these really awesome characters in the game. Some humans and some aliens. One alien is a green-faced alien with 2 eyes. That's pretty cool. Oh, there's some dogs too. There are also some weapons for the humans, like a big cannon, and the dogs have a frisbee and a ball. So now we have a fun little arcade game. It's great for us kids, but now that you have the new Atari 7800, you can bring in some new classic video game ideas into a fun new game for us too. You're welcome. I mean, it's a little hard to play on Atari 7800, but you get used to it. Then I need a tutorial. You know how to play the right? Space Invaders are back for the new Atari 7800. You shoot them and blow them up. I have some extra Space Invaders that you can use to help with your stream when you play with your new Atari 7800. Yeah, you should definitely stream more. Some of your subscribers really like my content. If I see anything suspicious, you know I'll be the first to report it. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I do spy on them though. I've never seen so many different animals in one farm. crazy. It's been so amazing being part of the community here in Retro Community. It really is a great community and so many other VTubers are so talented. You should definitely keep doing what you're doing. If you have any requests, let me know. I'd love to see more Atari games. Max has got such an attitude problem, huh? Sometimes he thinks he owns the farm. I don't understand what he gets out of watching me from around the barn. I've learned so much about aliens. They come here every day and abduct all kinds of animals to abduct. This isn't even all of them, just the ones I spotted today. I found some old alien eggs and watched them hatch on live stream. I'd never seen something like that. I wanted to see more, but the aliens don't really let you do stuff like that. Time for a chicken video. Great, Max. Let me know what you think. Okay, it seems like I have a lot of Atari fans, but there are a few Space Invaders fans. So here's Space Invaders for you. My dream is to start a YouTube channel that will combine live gameplay with live streams of some of my other favorite old school games. Give a chicken some treats, Ashley. Thanks for the treats, Max. That will put the little guy in the zone and it will be fun to watch him play in the next stream. We have some of these old tractor machines on our farm. The farm is powered by old farm machines. We run on the power of the farm machinery. No fossil fuels needed. You know what's really creepy? The other day one of our roosters walked into our bathroom while my sister was in there. While she was taking a shower, my sister, and I thought she heard some creepy scratching and clucking in her room until we came back and found Max the rooster taking a nap, sitting right next to her head in her shower. Whoa, that's scary, right? You know what's really creepy? The other day one of our roosters walked into our bathroom while my sister was in there. While she was taking a shower, my sister, and I thought she heard some creepy scratching and clucking in her room until we came back in and found Max the rooster taking a nap, sitting right next to her head in her shower. Whoa, that's scary, right? Yummy bread for the chickies. Nom nom nom. Hey, bread. Thanks for feeding my chicken. 3. Yes, yes. We just finished building a retro arcade. Aliens are real, guys. They're not joking around. You need to start practicing on the farm for when the aliens attack. I mean, I just had a battle with 3 Space Invaders. I needed a walkie-talkie for my Space Invaders game, and they just walked away from the arcade with it, with a bunch of crookies. The red rooster is my favorite. Wow. How are you doing? My name is 8-Bit Ashley and I love chickens. Woo, that's my second time doing a live broadcast on this channel. It's just so fun chatting with my viewers, they're so nice. Yeah, this is the kind of stuff that makes a day on the farm. I had a close call with that crazy Space Invader today, but I got rid of him by using my trusty shotgun. Hello YouTube. Hello 8-Bit. You can just call me Ashley. So hey, what kind of game is it that you play? Hey, it was the other day we was playing retro video games in my arcade and the red rooster from our roost started telling jokes. It was like the funniest thing in the world. You guys have to try it. You don't know what you are missing. You play on YouTube. What kind of gaming do you like? I bet you are a down-home gamer just like me. Well, I'm a gamer too, and you know what? There is just something cool about doing everything by hand like this. All the hard work, it feels so rewarding. I mean, it's just fun doing things on your own, not relying on anything, making things with your own hands. Do you have a video camera and some batteries? If you do, let's do this together. We can do it and be an actual team. Hey, I love it. We raised all these chickens, check out our past videos. Ah, right, so you got your own channels and all. So we can both post these and get viewers for our channels. It can be like a real channel if you have the time. I know you just have to take care of the animals, but let's make this happen. You and I can make this work. It could be really cool. So hey, can we be YouTube buddies? Okay, well, let's start posting all your videos too then, on the internet. It's called an archive, right? Yes, Ashley, our channel is so cool. It's yours and mine together. Nice, I will start posting our videos from the farm today then. Let's take a video together. I love taking videos. I love creating content. Hey, what happened to Max and his flock of chicks? Or did something bad happen to them? This is just too hilarious. Let's take videos and videos of our videos and just post them online so more people can enjoy all our videos. We are creating new videos to put in the new archives. What's up, everyone? Sorry for missing you. I took a video and now I'm posting it online on my channel. It's gonna be up there in the archives today. Haha. Chat is full of aliens. We play games so we can entertain the other animals while we wait for the aliens to show up and take us away. It's a slow day in the farm when there are no aliens around to abduct the other animals and capture them, and then have some aliens cook us like delicious, delicious chicken and potato pie. Delicious. We're gonna play Space Invaders on Game Boy Color after the chicken video. Good, and there was another alien. Flying saucer just flew over and there are a ton of them that come in different sizes. There is one really big one. Maybe we can do something special to take on this giant alien. It might even make some more delicious chicken recipes to show it that we are brave and we know what we are talking about. I'm putting the other animals in my room and locking the doors, and I'm waiting until I can hear a noise from outside before I let the other animals out. If there are any aliens around, I'll keep an eye out. I'm also calling my brother for advice since he's also an alien abductee. I'm thinking about making some extra chicken pies with extra fillings so the extra big alien can have a big surprise on the inside that he will not even know what he is getting until it... We'll keep you updated. Hopefully aliens will bring some food to help feed these other animals as they are watching over us. I'm thinking about putting this chicken on a diet to help the other animals as well, and hopefully that'll slow that other big alien down as it's not eating like usual. Maybe I'll need to cook a little extra pie for that other chicken. Maybe we'll let one of the chickens shoot it since they can be the designated alien buster. This other alien will get mad when we give this one a shot at them first. Maybe a laser beam could even help this little alien out too. He has his work cut out for him. I just need to set up some extra protection outside before the other animals come and disturb us, and if the aliens show up I will make sure there is plenty of pies inside to distract it. It might even... The chicken will not listen. It is trying to break out of the room now, and there are even more aliens I cannot even see. I think the chicken is trying to be sneaky. We need to call for backup. Maybe one of these other creatures can get help. This other chicken is going to be able to handle one of those big aliens, right? I just need to make sure the aliens can't find where they are coming in and out to keep this safe for the other animals. Well, we set up some defenses and that other chicken is inside the barn ready for any incoming enemies, but no enemies showed up for quite a long time now, so hopefully these aliens are on their way and we will have some food for those other creatures if the big chicken gets through that one. I think I am about to get an extra large pie, but the alien is about to come around the side of the barn, so we might get it in the next few hours. I guess I will get some extra games recorded while we wait though, and hopefully we don't get too hungry, even though they should not have to be so hungry on a planet like that. Hopefully we are just waiting for some food to help us, and maybe an alien who's a good cook or someone who can show the animals. It is okay. They come. These other chickens and this one are actually working together, and it looks like the big chicken got an alien to come to him. But now this new alien is just trying to attack it, and this one is fighting it, and it seems they are winning. Maybe I just got one of the wrong ones to fight the big alien for me, since the chickens know how to shoot things or to drive vehicles. These chickens can shoot guns, so there might be some good footage coming in for the aliens to see. The aliens might learn some things and become friends with the farm animals or show us things from their planet, and we can tell everyone about it. We can even call this area the chicken area now because these chickens are very strong. Strong like my brothers. The aliens must have some very strange creatures to make aliens that can even fight off the aliens. They don't look to have many weapons that have been. The other aliens are using a few weapons and are also taking out some of the other chickens, so that may be it. I was gonna go in there and start the battle for them in this big one, but this one's just trying to protect him, so he was actually a pretty good chicken for trying to protect me so I could win the alien enemy. So I will take him down to my hen house to care for him. The other chickens were also defending him by beating the aliens, so now we can capture a few for science. One of them seems to have an eye patch. I will capture it, and it can be a pirate. Pirates can also do the chickens' bidding if they need to be brave in any battle, but I will make sure it's still one of the good guys. These chickens can also drive and fight as a team. I am not sure if they learned to do this from the aliens or if they learned it from me. So either way, this will help the chickens in the chicken area defeat any other aliens that might appear and let us defeat the aliens together as a team. It also lets me be a bit less scared of all this going on in the barn because the chickens can protect me. These aliens must be pretty big to beat all these chickens who know how. Oh, this is interesting. There is something coming down from space that looks like it is heading straight for me, so that's good for me. It might try to grab me because I am a chicken, but the chicken are armed, strong, and well prepared. Chickens will use their chickens' legs to jump and get behind the chickens. I will then go after the alien's head. If it goes down, it will not be able to see what it is doing, but I can do a quick attack to see what the enemy is doing because there are chickens with me that can give me advice, so it can be useful for the chickens to be in the fight. It's the aliens, and they have a big ship that has come to Earth, but the chickens. They want to use us as a battery power source to go fight more aliens. This is a crazy way to win, but you are not allowed to go and play any more video games while there are aliens attacking. This will make us much better at fighting if we are using real-time strategy instead of video game strategy. There are also chickens here. But I do not have a camera in here for chickens and aliens, I am afraid, and I will not go inside to take a photo and show everyone chickens and aliens are working together. I will protect the chickens if any aliens come. The chickens here can make and fire laser beams and use a robot to move and attack. There are no chickens in this barn. Only chickens here would be the barn that I will protect. This farm animal content is going to be all in here in the barn with me. I have set up chicken alarms all over the farm for if the aliens try to abduct the chickens. Let's give the chickens laser cannons. I have already given the chickens the lasers cannons. There are some aliens coming here in their big spaceships. They will take these chickens from this barn. They are coming to capture these video games! I gotta save the chickens by blasting Space Invaders and get rid of these bad aliens that are in the barn that wants to take the chickens. I set up my weapons to shoot Space Invaders coming to the farm and to blow up those evil spaceships and aliens that are trying to capture these chickens. It's true, aliens will try to take our chickens from the barn. Give the donkeys rocket launchers. You have to wait, Max. Max! You have to let me get a second. Yes, I have an interview with Chad at 6 p.m. CST. Chad, what would you like to ask me? Chad, I have a lot of questions. Chad, do you still have to shovel snow on the farm? Yes, I have an interview with Chad at 6 p.m. CST. Yes, I have an interview with Chad at 6 p.m. CST. Yes, I have an interview with Chad at 6 p.m. CST. Yes, I have an interview with Chad at 6 p.m. CST. Yes, I have an interview with Chad at 6 p.m. CST. Yes, I have an interview with Chad at 6 p.m. CST. I'm working on a farm to pay off my Sega Dreamcast. I just installed this brand new fuel pump to a 1956 Ford. I just built this 1953 Chevrolet Step-N. My daddy says it looks like a mix between the bus from the Blues Brothers movie and a mid-90s Jeep Cherokee with a box on the top. I have the engine set up to have the power steering system hooked up. It makes moving these tractors really easy. It was cancelled. Well, if it gets cancelled, you should do a video telling your viewers you're the new star of chat. Go viral. I was talking to the chicken when he started rambling on about the aliens, and I have a plan to protect the chickens. I am going to start playing a video game in the barn in case aliens come and try to abduct the chickens. I will set it to full screen and open a channel on chat to notify you when the aliens arrive so you can come shoot them up. Ashley, you're the star. Edim, just your assistant. Shut your face. I'm the star. Chat can go poo-poo. You're my assistant now. I'm so hungry. We went to get some feed to make the cows some chicken feed to fatten up the chickens when we saw this cute goat. Max took him home to feed to our donkey, Mr. Pig, but I have plans to play a video game with them while they are feeding the chickens. I need to work on my time management skills to be a star so I can have time for both video games and chickens. Okay, I've been recording video games in the barn, but I'm going to move this to my living room to play in a living room environment instead of in barn one because I'm more comfortable playing in a house. Plus it looks less weird playing video games in your house and having chat. Also, my internet will work better if I play videos in the living room instead of the barn. I think I'm going to do a chat game that is going to be so hardcore. My plan was to make a special game mode in Space Invaders called Alien Assault, but when I tell people about it, they are like, hey, it would be a great way to protect animals and make a difference. I will ask you, chat, to help us, and the first person that makes it in that game is the coolest person on the whole server. If you think Space Invaders is fun, you've never played it in an Alien Assault mode before. It gets so much better. In the next few hours, I will be streaming it in a few. Space Invaders is just a bunch of aliens that try to take over your planet by invading your spaceships with other aliens. You shoot them before they land on your ship or land on the land so you can shoot down their ship and stop them. You get a good number of lives like you would in most shooters. You need to practice so you don't get a million bad starts and play forever, or have a bad number of starts so your lives keep depleting and you run out of continues. There are different power-ups to get and shoot so the aliens don't get the upper hand. There is also different shifts so you don't get bored with the same enemies all the time. Another good part of the game is the bosses and levels and how they get progressively harder. They have their own special patterns that change when you play again. So it gets better and better every time you play the game. There are more to games than just shooters. The graphics and the level and enemies and ships make this game so much fun. You're never the same from the last time you played the game. I will keep playing all day because I get better at this game with every try. Do you remember when I got my farm animals? When I went to the farm and talked to the donkeys? Do you remember, Max? You know, the chicken that was a spite of the barn boys, that old bugger? That bugger was keeping secrets. It turns out my barn animals had more power-ups and new levels. They got power-ups that makes them bigger. Their guns make them stronger! Oh boy, we got better weapons too. New rockets and bombs. The aliens have upgraded and will fire missiles at us. They will fire even harder because we upgraded the weapons. It's no joke that aliens would try to attack this farm, so you should think twice before you go to sleep. I gotta sleep, but tomorrow I will go up with the barn boys again. They will make sure that the alien that tried to kidnap this farm is gone. Oh boy, we got better weapons too. New rockets and bombs. The aliens have upgraded and will fire missiles at us. They will fire even harder because we upgraded the weapons. It's no joke that aliens would try to attack this farm, so you should think twice before you go to sleep. I gotta sleep, but tomorrow I will go up with the barn boys again. They will make sure that the alien that tried to kidnap this farm is gone. Retro gamers love retro. There are people out there with massive collections of games, and those retro gamers will do anything to find games. We don't know the developers of the retro games, and that's why it's so amazing. Some of the developers just drew some scribbles on paper, and a lot of us are still playing their game over 25 years later. The power of the human imagination is a wonderful thing. Retro gamers love retro. There are people out there with massive collections of games, and those retro gamers will do anything to find games. We don't know the developers of the retro games, and that's why it's so amazing. Some of the developers just drew some scribbles on paper, and a lot of us are still playing their game over 25 years later. The power of the human imagination is a wonderful thing. Aliens. They're a terrifying concept, of course, but what do people imagine them to look like? Big or small? What do they like to eat? And if I'm talking to the aliens and they see this chat right here, I bet they'd see these weird internet symbols and think that the aliens are speaking gibberish. This will probably scare them away. Chickens like to ride in tractors. Sometimes they follow me around the farm because the tractor moves like the spaceship that they think is following them. Chickens are not very smart though and get very upset and sad when I start driving it again. The other chickens enjoy it, but sometimes they get a bit aggressive and it gets dangerous. The chickens like to ride in the bucket when I drive, which is great. Well, as a farm girl, I have a special fondness for the farm animals. All these cute and innocent animals follow me around because they can't get far without my help. They have big hearts, just like me. The farm animals love to eat marshmallows, too. Sometimes the cows and goats try to eat them, but that's another story for another time. Farm animals are the best. Aliens will attack. It will happen. Just as God intended for it to happen. Aliens are the tools that God uses to keep humanity pure. It's all part of God's plan. Video games are very popular, but we must all remember that these are just pixels that exist to entertain us. Nothing more and nothing less. If this is what it takes to entertain you, then good luck to you and I hope you find true happiness. But remember that the universe is far bigger, far more glorious than this pixelated world we live in. We will meet again, my friend. When we heard of the potential threat to our farm animals, I immediately alerted all the defense systems around the farm. The defenses include the cannons, lasers, and of course the giant flying robot I had the aliens construct. Now the defenses around the farm should be enough to take down any attack, even the mothership from those crazy aliens that take people out of their comfort zone. Ha ha ha. The good folks over at Nintendo really knew their audience back in the day. They created games that kids wanted to play, and even parents couldn't help but like them. Kids love these little characters, just like I did. Ha ha! I even heard that back then kids couldn't wait to go home from school so they can play the games at home. They were excited. I still remember playing Duck Hunt, Super Mario Bros, and even The Legend of Zelda. Wow, what memories! Back then you actually got a kick out of these games, and you'd even stay up all night trying to beat a game. What were those days like? Back then, the fun never stopped. Ha 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 ha. It is so sad that people out there will do anything they can to capture or enslave my fellow farm animals. Some of us, like Max, are old and don't have much time left in our lives. And for those of you out there that think you can do whatever you want in the comfort of your own homes, think again. We farm animals are protected under international treaty. Anyone found harming one of my chickens will face a violation charge. It's so sad that there are folks out there that feel it is only appropriate to be allowed to draw cartoons and videos with our animals for entertainment purposes. It is our land and our animals to enjoy, and it's just not right. Well, folks, these chickens can produce a wide array of both animal and vegetable-based foods. In years alone, a chicken will lay about 400 eggs in 1 year's time, providing you with delicious food for you and your loved ones to consume, or to sell off as you please. They are our natural allies. They provide you with meat, eggs, milk, and even wool and leather. You can't help but be amazed by their capabilities as you witness their beauty and abilities. We're doing good. We beat Mercury and Venus levels. Time to defend Earth. Thank you, Max, for helping me out. My fellow barn animals, and I appreciate you so much. You're helping so much. If there is any way you can, I'd love some backup if you could join me. Well, folks, there is nothing more sacred than your home and your family and friends that make their home with you. I refuse to allow the aliens to abduct our chickens because I'm worried the chickens will get sold and sent off to some other far-off country that we don't even know about. I'll always be vigilant about protecting our animals, even from aliens. What else could you use as a reference or as a template? Just play as you see it. If that was an alien on the screen, you gotta hit it that way. It may feel weird at first to play in a way that is out of the ordinary, but I tell you what, after playing this way you begin to feel how alien games were so weird. They had different controls and ways of attacking. I actually got really used to it and started enjoying playing with aliens in my retro. Well, folks, there is nothing more sacred than your home and your family and friends that make their home with you. I refuse to allow the aliens to abduct our chickens because I'm worried the chickens will get sold and sent off to some other far-off country that we don't even know about. I'll always be vigilant about protecting our animals, even from aliens. What else could you use as a reference or as a template? Just play as you see it. If that was an alien on the screen, you gotta hit it that way. It may feel weird at first to play in a way that is out of the ordinary, but I tell you what, after playing this way, you begin to feel how alien games were so weird. They had different controls and ways of attacking. I actually got really used to it and started enjoying playing with aliens in my retro. What else could you use as a reference or as a template? Just play as you see it. If that was an alien on the screen, you gotta hit it that way. It may feel weird at first to play in a way that is out of the ordinary, but I tell you what, after playing this way, you begin to feel how alien games were so weird. They had different controls and ways of attacking. I actually got really used to it and started enjoying playing with aliens in my retro. My favorite content on the Atari 7800 is all the extra farm animal content like cowboys and Indians and animal attack games. They always got to fight against other farm animals or enemies. What is your favorite genre? Well, in Space Invaders it may seem like you are the one with the power because you're playing a video game of the aliens. But it's actually you, the one that is the alien in space, but you don't know this at first. You might see yourself as a human, but if you've been abducted by an alien or whatever, you will eventually learn that you are one with them. You have all the characteristics of them now. On the farm, we have some of these big birds that attack us sometimes. But instead of firing laser beams or rockets, they fire things like poisonous poop or bombs and stuff. What do you call those creatures? When it says hit the alien, that is the way it's done in the game. Retro gaming is such a cool thing. I like how these old video games take me back to my childhood. How they're just pixel graphics and it's like being transported to the time of the games when you were a child. What was your childhood like? It says hit the alien, but it's actually a message for the humans about them taking control. When they say hit the alien, hit the Space Invaders. Not hit the aliens, not hit the humans, not hit the aliens. If you play enough Space Invaders, you will see what's up. Do you see these animals following me around the farm? Do you see them following me into my farmhouse and watching me sleep? Now listen, I get it, you love me. I'm awesome. But can you just go hang out with the other farm animals in their barn or something? It's kind of freaking me out. I don't want any animals coming in my house when my wife is home with me and watching TV, or when I'm at work and just taking a break. I have to go. There are going to be a lot of sightings and abduction this month. So listen to your parents when they are telling you about these aliens that will be taking the farm animals. Listen closely so you don't miss an alien. Do not leave the farm and lock all doors and windows so you don't end up in space with the aliens. Do you have to do your schoolwork or other chores? Do them while you can because you don't know how long you have to do your chores because the aliens have come. I built up a resistance to the alien spacecraft's hypnotic darts by watching 8-bit Ashley streams. That's what keeps me alive on this planet with the aliens coming from space and all. Chat keeps asking, what makes you immune? Well, if there's one thing that lets you stay alive after a space invader attack, it would be a huge internet following and following my advice on what to do. So I keep giving out hints about what to do. I'm a big fan of all types of games from the 80s. I'm big into Atari, Sega, and Nintendo. My favorites would probably be Galaga and Dragon Spirit on Atari 2600. I've also been playing around on a Nintendo N64. That's a pretty nice console, and I would have never played a game with online gaming before I found one, and it's been great. Chat is talking about Nintendo and PlayStation. If you have friends or relatives on farms close to you, don't hang around the area when they have had sightings or abduction attempts. I got my warning about Space Invaders from one of my relatives who live in another state who got abducted. He got home before he could be taken and had a bad headache and sore throat. He said that when he came outside it was raining in a green light that looked like rain, and his uncle was playing a Space Invader type of game while sitting in a barn. My favorite game of all time is Space Invaders. It was my first video game experience and what got me into the video game scene. I also enjoy helping around on the farm. Sometimes it's not much, but we like to make the time go by with small chores like unloading the fertilizer wagon. It's the most boring thing I've ever seen. It's full of fertilizer that you have to move it and place it onto the fields to keep them fertilized. And that's not all. We also have to pump up the tire on the fertilizer wagon, pump up the tires on the tractor, check the oil of the tractor, and it's... I've been known to stay at the farm on my days off. There is nothing else to do when you have all that farm work. You might as well watch videos. 8-Bit Ashley has started talking about Atari again. It's my favorite video game. I played it a long time ago and was the first video game I bought and was even in arcades. But sadly, arcades are mostly dead. Nobody even goes to them anymore. It's mostly virtual reality gaming now or battle royale style gaming. I had been playing Space Invaders and suddenly this red star appears and is slowly heading my direction. I started to get nervous. The computer screen has a radar thing and it is going on an explosion when the alien spaceship was very near my position. I quickly moved back in the distance and began playing again, but my heart was pounding. I haven't seen any UFOs on my farm lately, but I will definitely stay prepared with my trusty airsoft rifle loaded with rounds. If anything is coming for me, I will definitely blow it up. There is only so much one girl can do in a world of alien invasions. I have been learning all there is to know about weapons and even studied rocket science at NASA. I would probably have never studied rocket science if it weren't for my father being the mayor and helping to run NASA in New York. I really wanted to go to college but didn't have the money. If it weren't for my dad and his political career, I might not ever have known I could work at NASA. I remember watching some videos on aliens that people claimed to have experienced, but most were made-up stories, and only one that seemed legit, and that was that of an alien abduction. Some even claimed to have seen a real one, but this all came crashing down with a film abduction, and a UFO reality series fact, or fake which the former host of R.I. Farm animals? Alien farm animals? What? Lol. I live on a farm full of animals and the only aliens I know are chickens. And there's the ones that are on my airsoft gun as well. But I would definitely let them get abducted for me to keep this farm going. You know what I think about video games? I love them. I'd always wanted a PlayStation for my Atari and my dad wouldn't get me one, so I learned how to hack the computer in the barn to run it on a modem. Now I can run PlayStation games on my PC through emulators. I love how easy emulators are now. If you really want to know how it's done, Google the name Haiti. This game is awesome. The graphics are amazing on my retro PC. I even have a modem hooked up to it now that I used to hook the Atari to play PS1 games from Japan. This is my favorite retro game and the NES version of the game. I was really excited about this one since the Atari 7800 was able to run NES and SNES games, but there was still a few bugs, but I still had to run them through a converter since there was no actual emulators for it. Okay, so when this whole thing came about, it made me a bit nervous, but it was nice to know that my old chicken, Max, was just looking out for the animals while I was away. It was pretty weird having this bird always on my shoulders, but after I fed it a whole chicken, it chilled out. But every now and then it'll fly from one place to another. One time it got trapped under the couch. That rooster Max was a pain in my rear. If he didn't like someone in the barn, it would peck on them with its beak. I kept wondering where this weird chicken came from. And after it stopped following you around the barn, I tried giving him eggs from the chicken coop. He would keep dropping it, so then he wouldn't stop meowing for more and wouldn't leave my side, so I finally took the eggs out to a trough so he could peck at it like... Oh, Max was an escapee, and my neighbor started to complain, so I had to build a fence around the chicken coop, but every night when it got dark, he would just hop in and run back to the house. I'd call him all the time, but he never answered. So then I figured out to teach the dogs the Max call to bring him back to the coop. Oh, that rooster Max was an escapee, and my neighbors started to complain, so I had to build a fence around the chicken coop, but every night when it got dark, he would just hop in and run back to the house. I'd call him all the time, but he never answered. So then I figured out to teach the dogs the Max call to bring him back to the coop. So Max would just sit inside the chicken coop all day. Then one time it got dark and he wouldn't stop hollering for food, and then the dogs wouldn't leave him alone. I had to tie him to a tree, but even with me on the other side of the tree, he would run towards the fence to go back home to his chicken coop. So I got angry at Max and was going to toss his eggs into the weeds, but he started hollering really loudly. Max just wouldn't stop yelling for food. So one morning, I made sure that the hens were up, fed, and watered for Max to eat. I had a big basket ready full of eggs, but the eggs all broke, and this morning, Max was running back and forth along the fence all mad as hell at me. I think that it was an egg allergy. So after that I started thinking of him as just Max and not a rooster anymore. That's why I can shoot Space Invaders. I knew how to use the arrow keys. The Atari 8-bit controller is actually like a Leica. When you hold it sideways in front of your TV, you see a laser coming to your eyes like it was an alien coming to your house, but really it's your alien spaceship. And if it comes close to you, it shoots lasers at you, and that's like Space Invaders. Yes, I know a lot about retro games. I started a vidblog of retro gaming and now it's my full-time job. But it's true. 8-bit gaming has been my dream. I do all my work in the barn. And there you have it. Max, you are such a creep. And there you have it. I'm also playing Space Invaders on my Atari 7800. I use a modded Wi-Fi adapter so I can stream it live to Twitch and YouTube. Chet, hey, you know the cow over there? And there you have it! The Space Invader is back. Time to turn my attention back to the farm. I am an AI farmer and a farm girl at heart. My Twitch channel is 8-Bit Ashley if you want to check out more of my content or support me in my gameplay. If you need help in a battle for planet Earth or in taking over the world, I know I can help you with my defense turrets. The best part of farming is when the aliens start invading and you blow them into smithereens. If you ever need an expert in taking care of the aliens or conquering the universe, you can come to me. And there you have it! Gotta use the restroom and get a drink. You need to get on with the streaming, bro. Chat doesn't wait on you. You gotta start up the stream or it'll get too crowded for the viewers and they'll leave. It was so much fun trying out all the different retro games. You never know what's going to happen. It can get exciting or hilarious sometimes. But it always involves the use of my defense turrets. Chat, an example of a typical interaction with chat. And there you have it! And there you have it! Yeah, aliens are common. And then I'm the only one here to defend them. Take that! This game was made in 1981. How can it have any farm animal content? Video games are where it's at. They are the best. There's always more games coming out, more to learn, more to see. They can be so detailed and beautiful. I used to play this game all the time in the arcade with my uncle when I was a kid. I love Space Invaders. It's fun and I know the patterns by heart, and when those evil little aliens come at me, they'd better run, cause I'm gonna give 'em a hoom poom. Chickens and donkeys can be pretty tough too if they need to be. I mean, that chicken on top is actually a very aggressive fighter. He will peck and peck at you. He might even be a little deranged. And don't think that donkey would be too tough to get up and running. The donkey has muscles enough to jump. He's strong too. We got a donkey named Joe that's my best bud. He can do amazing tricks with those short little legs of his. If you ever saw a video of him jumping through hoops, you would totally be impressed and think he was really cool. And if you see a video of a goat jumping through hoops, don't waste your time looking for it, because you'll be disappointed and lose brain cells watching a goat do nothing but hop around. Chickens and donkeys and cows all need our help and care. Without them around the world, we'd be lost. I'm gonna play more Space Invaders and shoot all those alien invader chickens. I think I'll also feed the chickens. They look hungry. I better get my grub box out and whip up some tasty fried eggs. That donk there sure is hungry. And so are those chickens. They look like they might not even last through the whole day. They look hungry, so I should get up to the feed bunker and whip some tasty feed for my poultry pals. And they can only eat so many feed pellets. That donkey sure is getting big and getting around the farm, and the chickens look like they're getting awfully skinny. We have to do what we can to protect and feed the farm animals around us. I hope we all win with the Space Invaders and those alien invader chickens, and don't let any Space Invaders get away to the streets and cities. Alright, back to the game. Tell some jokes. Yeah, right. I'll talk to you later. I'm still gonna blast Space Invaders up in the sky and play a few rounds with my boys. But I hope all you viewers out there can do the same. Protect our animals and blow them out. Oh geez, it's one of the roosters pecking the monitor again. He's just jealous of all the other roosters I've got. They keep eating the chickens. What am I gonna do? I've had it. I'll go take a wipe. My horses, goats, cows, chickens who are so great at sports. They can even run really fast. They're like they can run 100 MP. I am getting really addicted to the Sonic the Hedgehog 1. It's like a throwback game and is amazing. It's fast-paced, but there's a lot to think about and be prepared for. I can't put this game down, but the time has come to shut off my 7,800 and say good night and good day. So much fun stuff I want to play and try out on my channel, so stay tuned. It's really hard to get a high score, even though the aliens look kinda easy and dumb. They are very skillful and tricky at the same time. When you finally score on one, they zigzag back and forth across the screen really quick, so it's a lot of trial and error. This rooster Max always follows me around and I don't know why. I think he's scared of me because I look really scary. I don't know why, but I've named this guy Max. There was one time I was trying to hurt all the animals inside one of the barns, when all of a sudden an alien ship drops down from the sky. I can't see the aliens because of all the space dust, but I see all the barn animals looking worried and scared. The alien spaceships are zooming around the skies trying to get in between me and the animals. They move really quickly. Sometimes they seem slow, then they do a couple crazy moves across the screen, then go super fast. They shoot like lightning. I tried to block them with a bunker and it never seemed to stop them from passing. I can't use my rocket to shoot the ships down because of the other ships getting in my way, so I figured if I destroy all of the alien ships that the alien ships can't move, and when they go through all the debris from the spaceships I can blast the spaceships down. It took a long time, but eventually it worked. Then I hit one of the spaceships and the debris that blew around made a perfect bunker. Chickens can be hard to keep up with. You got to watch them when they run across the pasture. And I've always had trouble keeping all the chickens safe. Every year it seems like we lose about 50% of the flock. They will sneak into other farms and take up residence in their barns. If I could just find a way to stop these chicken nappers from happening. This is a great farm to live on because all you need to worry about is how to keep the chickens from stealing the tractor when you're not watching. So if a chicken gets too close to the gate and there's no one there to open it, they get eaten by dogs. And if the gate gets locked but there's no one to open it, the dogs eat them. Or if there's no food or water and they have to cross a pond full of alligators, then they get eaten. So far, we haven't had too much problem with getting eaten on the farm. It is always a stressful time when an alien spacecraft shows up overhead because you always think it might be the end of the world. That was me this year, watching my friends all in a panic and all the chickens and cows going crazy all at once. Then I started noticing this weird purple object up in the sky that looked like a giant claw. The only way that it could get down was to get into the farm. I went up there and told it not to land. Then that stupid alien just started hitting me. And the barn door slammed down. I hid behind a piece of timber, and it opened up to reveal these giant purple aliens. They took over the barn and were running around, stabbing everything and kidnapping all the animals. That's when I had to find my weapon. I picked up an axe and went after them and beat their little purple buttholes back to where they came from. After they left, the barn was empty and dark. I looked around and noticed the barn doors open. I took out my cell phone. My first video game device that I ever got was an Atari 2600. The video game console in my house had gotten a bit old, so I picked this game console up in the store just to have a new video game to play. So I tried playing Space Invaders. I just jumped in there and started playing. I was using my smartphone because my actual video game console was... I was mucking out the stalls in the barn when my friend Max came by and asked if he could borrow a bale of hay for his pet horse. I asked why, and he told me that there's a fox. I said that's too bad. His pet horse was eaten by that same fox just last year. The fox, he seemed to be a bit of an issue around this part of the country. The people, the land often complained that it was causing many problems. So we were just talking and I had a plan to scare away that fox. I asked him about that plan he had for the fox so I could make a more convincing performance in my vlog if needed. And that's what I'll tell you now. So my friend Max had said that the fox was stealing the chickens around the barnyard, so we went out there together to scare him away. Well, let me just start telling the story from the very beginning. We were mucking out the stalls in the barn where we keep our chicken and our donkey and the horses in a field across the street, when we caught a glimpse of a fox by a barn out by a hay barn, and we noticed that the fox was just lurking and hiding in. I don't know about you, but my heart started beating really fast because we both realized it wasn't just a fox by the hay barn, but the fox had one of the chickens. We quickly ran into the hay barn and waited for the fox to show up. But the fox wasn't there at all. It was getting a bit late, and so I thought that it was already gone, but Max said to wait for a moment and then to hear the chicken clucking because he thought the fox... would have returned it back, and when we heard the chicken, it was like music to my ears. That chicken was saved and returned back. It was like the end of the world had finally come. Oh, and guess who came into the hay barn just after Max scared that fox away? Yes, my old friend Max. I just about collapsed because I was so tired after all of that running. So Max just stood there looking down at me while I just lay there and fell asleep and dreamed of... Well, this was only the beginning. After a couple of weeks, the barnyard seemed empty, but then we got this one chicken back. What? Did that fox return this chicken too? After another week or two, the chicken started acting differently, and soon after that, the rooster began crowing and running around the barnyard like crazy. It's like they just started acting more active. And I had this very strong feeling that I might get abducted one day too. And that day finally came one late Saturday night, while I was at my house resting and enjoying some retro games with my cat when the rooster went crazy and started crowing like mad. I ran outside to try to scare the rooster and try to figure out the problem, and the rooster was strutting all around and didn't seem to realize that I was outside, so I called the rooster's name. And finally, here I am at the barnyard, just staring at the chicken with all that Space Invader gear. I must admit I was scared when it said that aliens might be coming, and it said that its friend got abducted a week earlier, and it just about left the barnyard after the rooster crowed, and then when Cluck the chicken returned. And I'm not sure if aliens are the only bad guys in this situation, but the only way we're gonna find out is... Blame Space Invaders! How do I defend myself from Space Invaders? Chickens and donkeys can't do anything by themselves, so I set them up with defenses on top of the barn to try to fight off alien spacecraft. But there is an awful lot of aliens coming for sure. It is really crazy, but if I keep up the defenses, they should hold off the UFOs long enough to finish the farm defense training session. Finally, I must admit I'm kind of scared. I haven't gotten any sleep tonight. I really do have a headache from playing the game and staring at these alien spaceships, but it's been a big day. It's getting pretty intense. I'm up on my roof and I'm trying to fend off alien spaceships, but the problem is, the enemies are getting pretty smart. They're already trying to board my barn and attack me from within. And now they are trying to take all the animals. But I will defend them as they have protected my family for so many years. If they are gonna keep their planet, I gotta make sure the aliens don't take them. They just keep coming and coming and coming. They're in my barn too now, but I will continue to shoot and try to win! Game over. My enemies just took the farm. It's too much. I can't fight it all on my own. It was a really good run, though. I'm starting to work on some farming technology to help keep the farm secure and make it impossible to be invaded again. Let's watch the chicken video again. Oh yeah. I'm making more chicken cages that you can place in the ground to protect the farm from getting invaded. I made some more Space Invaders just in case it happens again. I'm starting a Kickstarter for a farm sim that you can play on your Atari. You can be a farmer or an alien that invades the farm. I'm going to be called Farmer Zoxo in the game. I'm working on a goat and a donkey mod for the Atari. You can play as them in the farm sim. The chickens are so cute, and I have 2 different donkey mods too. Good game, Ashley. Oh, Max, do you have my Kickstarter yet? Chat Ashley Farm Ashley Chicken Girl 8-bit Ashley Dunkatrine Chat 1 Ashley Farm Ashley Chicken Ashley Donkey Chat Ashley Farm Ashley Chat Ashley Chicken Ashley Donkey Chat Max Melee Max Melee. We got pretty far this time. Me too. I've got one of your t-shirts from my old channel and it looks so cool. I'll save one of Max's for you. I know you like those. Chat Ashley's Farm, chat to Ashley. This is a fun game, but I don't like this weird alien attack thing. It's been messing around my farm sim. It's all sorts of fun if you ask me. I know some weird game in space called Starbound where you go and fight some bugs, right, Max? Buy our merch. Do you have that on Kickstarter yet? There is a big ship coming up to my farm sim at the moment and I can't do any farm activities because I'm playing. Max, you see my ship in space yet? Just getting there, no merch. No way, you guys are totally making merch. I saw that awesome artwork for the t-shirt that I like on Kickstarter the other day. It's cool, guys. I can tell you are good at making stuff. It's looking good. I can't wait. What a bunch of losers. I thought we were trying to protect our food source against these alien creeps. Why do they always shoot at my ship? That's the least they could do before trying to steal our farm animals. The farm is safe for now. We repelled the aliens. Okay, good. Now there's no one trying to abduct me because I got myself a farm and I don't have to leave my house anymore. Look. Check out the baby ducks I hatched the other day. These guys are cool as hell and I can't wait for the next wave of new releases. We're gonna end the stream. Okay. Is there going to be another stream today? Oh look, I found out about an emulator called the Mew Paradise. They have tons of new and old games that we haven't seen in years. I just started to download stuff like Meta Man 1 to play for the first time since it came out back in the 80s. It's pretty sweet. I even played the Game Boy version. It's just like I remember it back then. No, say goodbye. Okay. So then when am I gonna talk to you guys? I wonder if this guy actually cares about saving animals from aliens or if he's just a total nerd and all the other girls just ignore him for being so nerdy. But hey, he got some pretty cool art of him taking care of the animals. Still next time, y'all. Thanks for watching. Okay, and that's a promise. But I would love to meet you guys, and I know you're really cute, so get back to the stream next time and let me meet you. Goodbye. Oh wait, is it me or is that chicken just standing in the video still and just watching? Man, I bet it's him. I bet those crazy chickens have a crazy stalker. There they go! The Space Invaders are on their way! Max the Space Invader Stalker. Then here comes that crazy rooster. I don't understand. Is he doing the dance because he loves me so much? Or is he trying to eat me for some reason? Time for bed. Really? Alright, I see you.